is Leigh Johnson of the Johnson Group, and today I've got with me Iain Cossar, who is the General Manager for the Commercial and Consumer Environments branch at MB.
That's right.
Welcome, Iain.
Thank you.
Hey, nice to speak with you. First of all, I'd like to start by asking you about why you joined MB, and that wasn't too long ago, was it?
No, it was only about 6 months ago, actually. I joined MB for a couple of reasons. I genuinely saw the opportunity that the new organisation created for New Zealand,
Yeah.
and I wanted to be a part of that. I also knew that it was going to face a number of challenges, particularly through the merger process, and I thought I could contribute something. And the other key reason, though, was that I wanted to work for a group of leaders who were going to empower me, who were prepared to take a few risks to enable us to do things that might otherwise not have been done. And I'm happy to say that that's exactly what we got.
It's working out that way.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. We're hearing good things. And the branch that you manage, Iain, tell us a little bit about that. What does the Commercial and Consumer Environment branch do? See, it's hard to even say something.
It is a bit. Look, it's a bit geeky. It's a bit techie. It covers areas that are pervasive to the New Zealand economy, things like the Commerce Act. We're heavily involved, or we're leading reform of the financial markets in New Zealand, following the GFC. We look to consumer law, and also we look after intellectual property, which I think is going to be one area that is going to be of enormous importance to New Zealand if we want to lift ourselves back up the OECD.
Right, yeah, so there's quite a diverse, so you've got 4 managers looking after each of those areas, is that correct?
Right. Yep.
Yeah, and they're a diverse team of people?
Quite diverse skill sets, quite diverse personalities, yeah.
Yeah, that always makes it interesting, I like that, yeah. So the people and the culture in your branch, tell us a little bit about that. So what makes your group, your branch a good place to work?
Well, I think we enjoy our work, and we enjoy working with each other.
Yeah.
I think to work here, you do have to be smart. That the issues that we cover are intellectually challenging, and our staff enjoy those challenges. It helps if you're driven, and you're happy to own issues, because you will be given areas of responsibility and empowered to actually make them your own.
Right, and this is at all levels, so you're not,
That's correct.
It seems quite a flat structure you have there.
It is flat, and if I could make it flatter, I probably would.
Yeah. And so there's about how many people in the branch altogether?
I think there's about 40 or 45 people.
Yeah.
And we
all policy, so all the roles policy.
Well, technically the roles are all policy roles. But we recruit and have benefited from recruitment from a wide range of backgrounds. So we're looking for people, policy background, that's great, but also we're looking for people with an economics background, law, either commercial law, financial markets, or just financial market experience, intellectual property, perhaps in competition or competition law as well.
Yeah, so this is a real opportunity for people who haven't worked in government in the public sector, in policy, to come into this area, and I think that's unique from my experience. You're looking to take senior policy people on at senior levels who bring their private sector experience.
Yeah, well, MB is about being business facing, and in our experience, you actually need that business experience, and you can teach the policy side. And
you've got some good development. You said you've done quite a lot of work in the last 6 months, but
we put a heavy emphasis on individual development, either at individual or at a branch level. We run an outreach program where we bring in business leaders on a fortnightly basis to talk with us and share their experiences.
Great.
We're very outward looking, very stakeholder focused, which is I wouldn't say it's unique in government, but the extent to which we are prepared to do that is a little unusual, and I think we benefit from those experiences.
Fantastic.
And the laws that we end up passing benefit from it.
Okay, that's great. So, what do you, apart from looking for people with diverse backgrounds, good technical backgrounds, they're smart, anything else special about the people that you're looking for at this point?
Yeah, as I said, I think people who are prepared to own their issues, who respond to empowerment, basically.
Yeah.
But people who are prepared to work collaboratively, both on the issues that may be in the responsibility of them or their team, but also we run a collaborative model across the branch, so people are actually contributing in areas that are outside of technically their home team.
Okay. And what might some of those issues... Well, first let's talk about the work that the branch is doing, and then perhaps we'll go a bit wider than that.
Cool.
What's on the program for the next 12 or 18 months?
We've got a big legislative reform program underway. We've got about, I think, 10 to 12 pieces of legislation either in the House or on their way to Parliament. Maybe the big ones that are probably more commonly heard of. We are implementing the Financial Market Conduct Act, just passed in the last couple of weeks. That is a massive piece of reform, and the regulation setting process is very complex, and we need some smart people to think about that. We're engaged in negotiating with MFAT on the Trans-Pacific Partnership, and post that there could be some significant reform that will need to be made.
Could be quite controversial, that work.
It's probably going to be controversial, I think.
Yes.
Yep. There's a bunch of reform in the corporate law area, and we are also just about to go to select committee on the Credit Contracts Act, which is reforming some of the consumer law that we're responsible for.
And on the wider front, on the wider MB front going forward, I know there's some potentially exciting things coming up.
Well, the big promise of MB was that we would be able to draw upon these very diverse skill sets and apply almost holistic thinking to problems that have been too difficult to solve in the past. So very much looking forward to being involved in that. MB is already setting up programs to do that, drawing from across its full breadth. One area we're actually working on at the moment is a review of the construction building market.
Right.
And that's been, I think that's been the pilot program for a pan-MB initiative. I've got a couple of staff working on that, really enjoying it and making a big contribution.
No, that's great. So there's potential, lots of opportunity for people joining your group. And what about having fun? This is quite serious work that you do.
It is. It's a bit, as I said, it's a bit geeky, it's a bit techy, but at the end of the day, we're all people. We enjoy having a good time. Humour is paramount in the branch. It's just the way we work, really.
Right, no, that's great to hear. That's good. So if you'd like to know more about the opportunities in this area, then please contact, and the contact details are below for the Johnson Group. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.